Strangely, classic World of Warcraft is the future of World of Warcraft. Hardcore World of Warcraft was just released, and no doubt you guys are currently playing on the servers, dying left and right just like I am, doing your best, and just engaging in this new step in the great classic WoW journey. And from Wrath of the Lich King Classic to the resurgence on Original Classic to Hardcore Classic, classic World of Warcraft is just everywhere. Take a shot every time I say classic World of Warcraft during this video. You'll be drunk in 2 minutes. The point is, classic World of Warcraft is booming right now, and with this video, we're going to talk about how classic World of Warcraft became so popular in the World of Warcraft community today, and how somehow classic World of Warcraft has become the future of World of Warcraft. And you'll see what I mean by that in a moment. But first, we have to thank today's video sponsor, Puzzles and Chaos, Frozen Castle. Like World of Warcraft, Puzzles and Chaos is a world of fantasy monsters, heroes, magic, undead horrors, dragons, and an awesome community that's just waiting for you to dive in. It's a game where you fight enemies by solving match 3 puzzles, all set in this frozen fantasy landscape that you're gonna love. And the best part, everything that you are seeing now can be found in Puzzles and Chaos. This is actual gameplay that you're watching. Now look, I'm someone who just loves Northrend from World of Warcraft, right? So the ice in the winter setting of Frozen Castle, it just really does it for me. Unite with allies, join alliances to confront foes or share resources. There's a lot that you can do, okay? Dive into the game's PvP and guild versus guild combat arenas as well, but that's not all. Explore the Frozen Castle, drive back the undead's icy grip, then customize the castle's layout to your heart's content. Guys, check out this game today via the link down below in the description, and feel free to use the codes on your screen right now to get some in-game resources to start you off on your adventure. I also have created my own alliance, Nixxiom. If you want to join and have a group of friends to play with, look for me once you're in game. Good luck though, everybody, and I will see you all online. The first thing that we have to do is we have to establish the history of classic WoW and just where did this movement come from. People have wanted classic World of Warcraft servers hosted by Blizzard ever since TBC first came out back in 2006. There are a lot of people that did not get to fully appreciate the classic WoW journey back in the day because most of the players came in during TBC, and so players requested for years, can we see classic WoW servers brought to the game? To which Blizzard would say, no. In fact, it got so bad that Blizzard even started to say things like, you think you do, but you don't, towards the people who wanted to play classic WoW and have fun.
Have you ever thought about adding servers for previous expansions as they were then?
No. And by the way, you don't want to do that either. You think you do, but you don't.
But this did not deter people that wanted to really play Classic, and so a lot of people went out and started making Classic WoW private servers for people to play on. Now, these servers were filled with bugs, they had problems, corrupt GMs, so on and so forth, unfinished code, broken encounters. These servers were loaded with tons of garbage. Until one server came along, one server that changed everything, Nostalrius. Back during the events of Warlords of Draenor, a brand new private server called Nostalrius came out, and it boasted that it was going to 100% recreate the vanilla WoW experience to the best of their ability. There was going to be no bugs, it was going to have dedicated servers, it wasn't going to have corrupt GMs, no pay to win, none of that stuff. And so many people, because Warlords of Draenor was just a really bad expansion at the time, so many WoW players ran to this server and started to play on it. The server blew up in population. Blizzard eventually took notice of this server and just how many people were playing on it, and so Blizzard took the legal route and took the server down. This caused a huge outrage among the player base. So many people were smack-talking Blizzard for doing this, and there were even community-wide protests and petitions now that were put in place for Blizzard to actually make a classic WoW server, a dedicated one that people could actually play on that was hosted by Blizzard themselves. These protests and this community outrage was so big that even former Blizzard developers who had worked on classic WoW got involved with this protest, threw their voice into the mix, and were demanding, give the people what they want. And of course, we finally got that in 2019. Classic World of Warcraft was re-released, everybody had a great time with it, then we got Classic TBC, and now we're currently still enjoying the, well, Wrath of the Lich King experience. Now, I certainly was a big optimist at the time. I was making videos saying that Classic WoW was going to be bigger than the modern game at some point. Like, it was going to surpass it in terms of population, if only for a little bit of time. And you know, that actually ended up being true. Classic WoW's population did get that big at times, that it was actually surpassing the modern game. So +1 to me, I guess. But even me, this super optimistic person that I am, I never expected Classic WoW to be as big and successful as it ended up being. I don't think any person could have predicted how successful Classic WoW was going to be for Blizzard Entertainment. How many people were going to take an interest in this old version of the game? How many people were going to play it, dive in, get hooked on it? People are still playing it to this day. And I also don't think that anybody could have predicted the massive resurgence in Classic WoW in the past, like, year and a half or so that has happened. There's tons of people that have gotten sick of Wrath of the Lich King. They're sick of the WoW tokens. They're sick of the modern game. It doesn't matter if it's okay or good. They don't want to play that. They want to play Classic WoW. And slowly, those abandoned Classic WoW 2019 servers started to increase gradually in population. Now, if you were to go and check them out, you'll find booming populations on servers of Horde and Alliance players. Tons of people who have left behind the modern game, left behind Wrath of the Lich King, and are just having a good time playing Classic yet again. Classic WoW really just has that timeless appeal to it. And it was out of this love of Classic WoW that the hardcore community came to be. It all started as just a group of friends creating a website, creating an accountability add-on, and seeing, hey, can we get to level 60 without dying? Can we make an add-on to track it? And this blew up in so much popularity that Classic WoW Hardcore, you couldn't go 2 steps without falling over a YouTube video, a live stream, or whatever of somebody attempting this challenge. Blizzard took notice of this, and recently on August 24th, Blizzard released their own version of Classic WoW Hardcore, and people are loving it so far. Whether you're someone that you want to play normal Classic, non-hardcore, and just have a good time exploring Azeroth, or you want to go full-on hardcore and you want to experience those group quests and that dangerous world of Azeroth all by your lonesome, there's a place for you for that. And what's really fascinating is if you look at Google Trend data, you can see that Classic WoW surpasses Dragonflight. It surpasses other MMOs like Elder Scrolls Online, Star Wars The Old Republic, and so on and so forth. People love Classic WoW. And now it's kind of like history is repeating itself. One of the things that people have been demanding from Blizzard, and this is not a new thing either, this has been years and years. One of the things that people have been demanding from Blizzard is Classic Plus. It's Classic WoW, but with just more Classic. No TBC, none of that. Just give us Classic WoW, balance things out, give us more quests, give us more zones, whatever. Give us more Classic. That's what people want. And like clockwork, now what you're seeing is a complete repeat of things. There are all these Classic Plus private servers popping up here and there that are boasting massive populations that Blizzard can't even touch because they're hosted in Russia, and Russians don't care about Blizzard, obviously. Or at least they don't care about American copyright laws. Let's put it that way to be more specific. All these Classic Plus private servers are popping up. They are booming in population at the moment. And Blizzard themselves even were asked about Classic Plus in a recent interview before Hardcore came out, and they said that the idea is interesting to them. I'm going to say something that's really going to offend some people, that's really going to make some people upset. But that's what I'm here to do. I'm here just to say, hey, here it is. Here's how I see it. What do you guys think? And here's what I got to say. I've talked about this on stream a few times, but I genuinely don't believe. I've talked about this on stream a few times, but I genuinely don't believe that Blizzard knows what is the best approach for World of Warcraft going forward. I think the fans, the community, we know what we want. We know where we want the game to go. And whereas Blizzard thinks, oh, you know, the majority of players, they just want, you know, the new sparkles, they want the new mounts, they want the new traders, tenders, rewards, and so on and so forth. It just seems like over and over, Classic WoW just keeps getting the attention. It keeps getting the limelight. That's where players want to be. Whether it be hardcore, whether it's Classic Plus, Classic World of Warcraft has already become more popular than the modern game itself, is rapidly growing, has a huge amount of community interaction, and people absolutely love it. Genuinely speaking, at least for myself, it really seems like Classic World of Warcraft is the future of World of Warcraft. Not whatever the next expansion is on retail. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine, it'll be cool. Probably not going to release that Necromancer class, but you know, whatever, you know, I guess that's okay. Right now, it seems like, yeah, Blizzard can release the next World of Warcraft expansion after Dragonflight, and it'll probably be pretty good. At least I hope it'll be pretty good. But it just looks like people are just going to go right back to playing classic World of Warcraft. And I mean, what does that say about the modern game? That like this is like over here, this old 2004 game is getting all the love, all the attention, all the community interaction, all the content creation. Like, what's going on, Blizzard? So to conclude this little rant, all I'm really trying to say is this. I personally love Classic WoW. It's my favorite version of World of Warcraft. I've never been shy about that. Not that I can't enjoy the modern game, and I think a lot of us can say the same thing. At least I hope so. But I really think, genuinely, that Blizzard needs to really put their eyes and their attention on Classic WoW right now, on the idea of Classic Plus, on the idea of further expanding upon the hardcore system, putting those achievements in there that the original hardcore add-on had, putting in new ways to play the game, possibly even touching the idea of custom community-made Classic WoW Blizzard-hosted servers that Blizzard themselves is hosting. So that way you don't have all these private servers running around with all this custom content. Blizzard, just host it yourselves. And then people pay $15 a month just to play on these servers. Like, release the source code. Let people have fun creating their own versions of Azeroth. I mean, why not? World of Warcraft is just in a very strange time right now. And I feel really bad for all the people working on the modern game that they're putting all this love and time and attention into creating these dungeons and raids and new content and stuff. And yet it just seems that Classic WoW just keeps stealing all the spotlight. And I can only imagine how frustrating that must be. Like, you know, why is that old as dirt version of the game getting so much attention, and our new stuff with all the new pixels and shinies, like why does no one want to play that? What do you think about the current state of World of Warcraft? Let us know down in the comment section below.